I'm originally from Tulsa, Oklahoma.
His parents live next door to an older couple, and the husband started kind of using derogatory slurs.
He kind of just took some kind of strange interest in our family, focused on them and our ethnicity and our background as being Arab American, Arabs, Lebanese.
Dirty Arabs and filthy Lebanese are just some of the insults Vernon Majors allegedly called his neighbors.
My brother-in-law was shot and killed by the neighbor on my in-laws' front porch.
His name is Khaled Jabara.
But last year, a lone white gunman walked into 3 Atlanta Asian-owned or operated spas here in Atlanta, killing 8 people. And 6 of those 8 people were Asian women. And I remember hearing the news that night, being devastated, but not knowing at the time that one of those women was my beloved mother. Experienced devastation, disbelief, and overwhelming sense of grief and anger that my mother was taken away in such a violent and brutal way.
It's a beautiful day in the city of Buffalo. Warm, sunny. Children were out riding their bicycles. I was at the first T-ball game for my great niece and great nephew when I got a call from the police commissioner that there had been a shooting in the city of Buffalo. 13 people had been shot, that 10 were deceased, and that another 3 were injured. We know that this individual, from a manifesto that they wrote, they hated black people, they hated Jewish people, they hated immigrants. So this person was filled with hate for many different types of people.
Breaking news, at least 4 people are believed to be held hostage right now, including a rabbi at a synagogue in Colleyville, Texas.
Muncie, when a man, witnesses say, stormed through the front door and stabbing those celebrating the 7th night of Hanukkah.
Anti-Semitic attacks are rattling the Jewish community in Brooklyn.
Hate crimes have surged, a reminder that there is still a lot of work ahead.
In Tulsa, my niece, she went to a preschool at a synagogue, and one thing that they started in my brother's name was the Khaled Jabara Tukum Alom Social Justice Library. It was really targeted at, teaching peace to the youngest minds. Basically started a social justice story hour for their school, and then also opening it up to the community.
The collaboration with others and the partnerships with other groups that are experiencing similar forms of hatred and discrimination is what's likely going to help us solve this social issue.
When a disaster like this strikes, that is when people have to be most positive, when people have to be most united, and when people really have to show their love for one another.
And we have to come together to realize that this is our fight together, and that we'll only win against this as we work together to use our resources, our network, and share our combined experience. And that is why I got involved and participated with AJC, because I saw that in them, and then to again be embraced by another group that has a similar experience allows me to see that, right, I'm not alone.
The truth is that we have this one common goal, and that goal is combating hate. So I think that's why it's so important. Together our voices are so much stronger than they are individually, and we each have different experiences that we can bring to the table.
Thank you, Mayor Byron Brown, Rami and Jenna Jabara, and Robert Peterson for allowing us to stand in solidarity with you in memory of Robert's mother, Yong Ae Yue, Rami and Jenna's brother, Khaled Jabara, and the 10 Buffalo victims who perished. They were murdered in racist hate crimes against an Arab American, African Americans, and Asian Americans. Thousands, including many in our own community, have been victimized in a dramatic escalation of hate in our country. We at AJC, American Jewish Committee, will not be silent. Or passive when our fellow human beings are victimized because of the color of their skin or their religious, ethnic, or gender identities, all created, as we just heard, B'Tselem Elohim, in the image of God. Nothing less than the future of our society, of our American experiment, is at stake. Mayor, Rami, Jenna, Robert, you deserve more than thoughts and prayers. You, your loved ones, others who have suffered unspeakable loss, future potential victims, all of us need not just thoughts and prayers, we need action and policies. The Jewish people know something about persecution. Yes, even in our glorious America. We understand well the price of passivity and silence, and we have seen much success in working with partner communities to advocate for change that will protect all of us. Therefore, today and every day, we are doubling down on our commitment to those efforts. Today and every day, we are standing together against hatred. Let us renew this evening our shared belief that we are empowered to make a difference, that we will not be silent, and that, as commanded in the Torah, we will not stand idly by while our neighbor's blood is spilled, that we will be upstanders, not bystanders. That we shall overcome someday, that we will live in peace someday. In just a moment, I will ask you to please rise if you are able and raise your voices in song. And if you are willing, I hope you will also join hands, reaching across to one another. You know how to do that. As Cantor Mo Glasman of our host synagogue leads us, and we sing together the civil rights anthem, "We Shall Overcome." Please rise. Thank you, Mo.
We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I someday. We shall live in peace. We shall live in peace. We shall live in peace someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday.